Hello and welcome back to Odds Checkers coverage of Thursday Night Football. What's going on? I am Matt O'Leary, joined by Elisha Twerski. Elisha, what's going on, my man?
Not much. I'm ready for props. This is my, especially for a game like this where you've got a matchup that might not be the most exciting matchup, especially with Baker Mayfield out. Props is the way to go. That's how you keep the game exciting. So
Absolutely. I'm with you. I don't love the line. We talked about it yesterday a little bit, but let's try to have some fun with it and get some props going. So first thing we're going to do is the passing market. What's jumping out to you over here?
The Teddy Bridgewater's line, 228.5. He's gone over that line in every single game that he's been healthy this season. He's had at least 235 or more in every healthy game. Cleveland's allowing 243.7 passing yards per game. They rank 20th against the pass, according to Football Outsiders. I feel like this is an easy over. Denver's going to need to throw. Cleveland is excellent against the run. So Denver's going to need to throw to win this game. And I think they will throw, and I think Teddy's going to get over this number easily.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. My prop that I wanted to talk about in the passing yards category is Case Keenum. At 219.5, I'm looking at the under here at minus 110. I just think this is a bad matchup for him. I think if Cleveland is going to have any kinds of success in this game, they're going to have to run the ball. And this Denver defense has been, pretty solid at points throughout the year. And I don't trust a backup quarterback to come in and throw for 220 plus yards. I know Keenum's maybe a little bit of a higher ceiling backup than many others in the league, but he's kind of put in a rough circumstance, as we were talking yesterday, as he just found out the other day that he's going to be getting the start, and to expect him to come in and put up 220 in this game, I don't buy it.
Yeah, 100%. Especially you're talking about what, 2 days practice at most. It's not a great situation for him, and like you said, Denver's defense is a capable defense. They haven't played like it the last couple of weeks, but they're a capable defense.
Absolutely. So let's move on over and take a look at some of the rushing yards. What's jumping out to you here?
So if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see Melvin Gordon under 40.5 rushing yards. You can get some plus money, barely, but you can get plus. I think it's even money on that. Cleveland this year, they're the third best team against the run. They have a really stout front seven. Gordon has been under this number twice in 6 games. In his last 3 games, he's had 9, and 10 carries. It's just not a recipe to go over this number. I like the under at plus 100.
Okay. I'm going to go and take a look at Javonte Williams, and his line is at a 48.5. I think I'm going to have to scroll back up to the top here. And I like the over there on him, just because this Denver team is going to probably – I'm going to look to say that they're going to run the ball. I know you were kind of just talking about how successful that Teddy Bridgewater's been, but Williams, man, 3 weeks in a row over that number. I think he's kind of established himself as more of the lead guy. So I'm more confident in him putting up numbers than Gordon. And I think, are you on the same page there in terms of Williams kind of establishing himself as the main guy here?
Yeah, I think that those go hand in hand. I mean, the fact that Gordon's only had 9, and 10 carries over his last 3 games is in part because of the play of Williams, who looks good. He looks like he's going to be a future star in this league, and he should be getting more touches. And I know Cleveland's coaching staff has been talking him up. They've been talking up the run game in general. I think there was a quote about, if we're not getting these guys touches, we're not going to win. But Williams is the guy. I think they're going to prioritize the touches. So I definitely, if I would go with an over bet on any of the running backs, it would be Williams.
There we go. As for the anytime score market, let's head on over there and see what is looking good. Is there one that you wanted to get into?
Yeah, Cortland Sutton. First of all, last 2 games, 11 targets, 14 targets. He had a touchdown in each of them. Cleveland this season has allowed the third most touchdowns to wideouts. They're giving them up like Oprah. And in last week, he led the league with 4 red zone targets. That's a trend that I expect to continue. He's really good down there. You get some pretty solid odds. I think it's, plus 220? Yep. Plus 220 right there. Those are really solid odds. I think Cortland Sutton's going to score in this game. And if you're feeling more bold, you can go with the first touchdown scorer. I think it was plus 1,200 for that. Obviously, that's kind of like throwing a dart. So I prefer the anytime touchdown at plus 220.
All right, there you go. That one makes a ton of sense. I know it's kind of the chalk here, but I'm going to go with it anyway. And D'Ernest Johnson, anytime touchdown scorer at plus 140. I just think when you look at what Cleveland's going to try to do on offense today, I don't think they're going to want to put the ball in Keenum's hand too often. And I think that, again, if they want to stay in it, they're going to have to run the ball and run the ball well. And Johnson, to me, with the other 2 out, seems like he's going to be the lead guy. He hasn't really had a whole ton of action just yet this year, so it's a little bit of a gamble. But at plus 140 money, I like those odds to get into the end zone.
Yeah, I hear that. And just the way, I guess, as someone who's been playing fantasy for the last 15 years, the way my mind is kind of trained is, okay, he's expected to be the lead back, so he's going to get 3 touches, and we're all just going to be tilting at the end of the game. That's kind of the way I've just been trained. So that's at plus 140, it's a solid line. I don't love it. I would be more inclined to look at Felton's line, just because it won't be the chalk. He won't be the chalk in fantasy either if you're into that. But he could easily find his way into the end zone. They're going to use him as a receiver. They're going to use him as a running back. Odell Beckham reports today that he's going to be limited. So if he plays at all, he's going to be limited. So I wouldn't mind looking at Felton. But I hear where you're coming from.
Absolutely. So if you're interested in the Felton odds, he's at plus 240 to score at any point throughout this game. That's going to do it for us on our coverage of Thursday Night Football. Make sure to subscribe to the Odds Checker YouTube channel for more coverage throughout the NFL season. That's going to do it for us. We'll talk to you next time.